All right, let's talk about Evergoods CTB26 X-Pac. I've been using this bag for almost a year now, and I have some stuff to say about it. Well, let's start by, I have some notes over here on the side, so we'll just make it easy and make it chapter by chapter. So this is chapter 1, and I just want to talk about why I'm making this video, basically. First of all, I just thought it'd be fun just to do something and contribute to the communities that I've been following for some time now, including like One Bag, Many Baggers, Backpack, subreddits on Reddit. A lot of the times I kind of frequent these subreddits to get some ideas, like I'm going to talk about these paracord and stuff like that, or just in general, just some back and forth conversation about, stuff that we enjoy. This was actually inspired by a Reddit post recently someone made, I think about a month ago. I think it's one of the most upvoted posts on Many Baggers, if I'm not mistaken. So it talked about how bag tubers essentially, it's a bit like commercialized in a way that everyone's talking about the positive aspects of the bags, but no one's really highlighting any negatives, or even if it's highlighted, it's very just kind of quickly, and no one, like everyone's using the bag maybe a couple of weeks, or maybe just spending half an hour with the bag, stuff like that. I just thought, I've been using this backpack for a year now, and it keeps coming back in different conversations. It's a popular bag, obviously, so I figured I'll just give my 2 cents for whoever's interested and have fun doing it, basically. I've been trying to learn like DaVinci Resolve and everything, just as a hobby, I guess. But yeah, so that is why I'm making this video, because bags like these are expensive, and if I can help someone to make that decision to either buy it or not buy it, that's it. Just like to contribute. Anyway, so let's go with chapter 2, which is why I chose this bag. Well, part of my job, I need to carry a laptop, some paperwork and pens and everything. I just needed an EDC backpack, but I also wanted to get something that I can use for traveling as well. So I wanted to get a good backpack for not just EDC, but what travel too. And I ended up with this one. Actually, in the past, I used like a messenger bag from 511, which was a good bag, but just gave me shoulder pain and back pain because it was just, the load was just on one shoulder. That was not good. And I also used like a Timbuktu one. It was a stylish backpack more than anything. It was less functional, more stylish. And it had a really small water bottle pocket. And then I have been using a 1 liter one. It just kept falling out. So I used it for like probably 2-3 months and sold it. This was many years ago, even before COVID, really. And then I ended up with a Northways, I think it was Kaban Transit, which is a rare one. Not everyone had it. So it had 2 water bottle side pockets, which was quite nice. It was a top loader at the time. That was my favorite until I found out about the clamshells. A couple of times I traveled with that backpack, and then I realized that the top loader is not just ideal because you can't really see what's happening. Like if you needed something and it's just all the way down here, just couldn't reach it, whatnot. Anyway, so I started obviously frequenting these EDC subreddits, and as I mentioned, Many Baggers, One Bag, and so on and so forth. And then all these like different brands that I was introduced to, and one of them was Evergoods. And I quickly realized that if you wanted a good backpack, it's kind of, I don't know, maybe that's the wrong statement. Obviously, you can find good deals by secondhand or just by budget brands. I mean, recently I found out about Decathlon. It kind of changed my mind, but that's another story. So different brands kept coming up. Obviously, Air was one of them. Able Carry was another one, and Evergood was another one as well. And at the time, I was like, oh, some of them are quite a lot of money, like Evergoods. I'm in Australia. We're looking at maybe like $450 to $500. And at the time, I actually, a couple of months ago, I always kind of think about that comment that I made. Someone shared like a Bellroy. No, it wasn't a couple of months. It was way more than that. Someone shared a like a new link for a Bellroy. I think Apex. I'm not sure. I don't remember. It was like a Bellroy backpack, and I clicked on it. Looked nice, but it was like $500+. And I had a comment on there saying like, oh, $500. It's a bit much, whatever. And then fast forward a couple of months, I ended up buying this one for $560. But yeah, so I bought it on, I think, 22nd of July last year, and I've been using it ever since. Essentially, I'll show you what I carry mostly, but take the train. That's my commute, and it rains a lot over here, so I wanted something, I guess, waterproof, but we'll get to all of that in a second. So chapter 3, let's talk about the bag itself. Like I said, Evergoods CTB26 liters. When I found out about this model, everything just made sense. I like the carbon transit with the dual side water bottle pockets, and large bag. You can travel with it, EDC, maybe on the heavy side, waterproof and what, like not this one, but the first one I saw, it was water resistant and what. And I realized that they were going to come up with an X-Pac one, and again, while I was doing my research, X-Pac, I became familiar with X-Pac, and I was like, oh, okay, that's the one, waterproof, abrasion proof, whatever. Anyway, I started when I saw this one, $560. It didn't take long for me to justify the price. Pulled the trigger. This is honestly, organization-wise, the best backpack that I owned. So I'll start with, obviously, well, I mentioned this many times already, but let's start with this water bottle pockets, stretchy. I'm using my laptop as my monitor. You might tell that I haven't done this before, so it's my first time actually doing a video like this. So I have to, it rains, where I live, it rains quite a lot. So I have a umbrella over here. It's from Knurps or Nerps. I'm not entirely sure, honestly. Again, I was looking for a quality umbrella, and everyone was like, oh, buy Blunt, and it was $150, maybe $70, and I was like, I'm not paying that. And I ended up buying this one. Someone recommended it. It was like 35, maybe $40. I think 45, I'm not sure. It was much cheaper. Bought this one, quite happy with this. And if you're looking for like a cheap, reliable umbrella, I'll probably recommend that one. I mean, goes without saying, everything that I'm showing over here, I bought it myself, really. I'm just a guy on the internet just talking about his experience with these items. And the other side, insulated water bottle, 1 liter, 32 ounces. So for some of the Freedom fanatics out there, been using it for a while. It is beat up quite bad actually, but still going strong, really. I think the cap is from another water bottle, and as you can see, it just swallows it up. I'll maybe show it on the side. Still some spare to go. You can even like get a bigger one if you want to. I think this is, I don't need more than this. It actually makes the bag quite heavy, carrying like a liter of water, but I need it. Where I work at doesn't have like a water dispenser or water fountain or whatever. So anyway, just carry those, and quite nice, and I need them. So I wanted to get a backpack with dual side water bottle pockets, and I did just that. And then over here, all of the zippers are PU coated, which was another thing. There was a bit of a PU coated craze. I have a key leash over here. I don't really use this a lot, but that's quite large, honestly. This pocket, whenever I need to unlock the door at my workplace, just kind of swing it over one shoulder. I don't really use it a lot, but so you can, it's quite roomy. You can fit like, I think, 2 Xbox controllers. Does it fit? Yeah, it does. You can probably check a bunch of other things as well. Unfortunately, my over the ear headphones don't fit because they don't fold, but if you have a folding one, like an XM4 or like a new one, XM6 and whatnot, or another one that folds, you should be able to put a pair of headphones over here just fine. And when I got this as well, again, the community aspect of it I quite enjoy in these subreddits is a lot of people kind of showed me you know, it not showed me, but showed, you know, they're showing off their different designs that they use. So I bought a paracord, did the weave. It really helped with the handles. There's a side handle as well over here, which is quite thin. As you can see, the top one was quite thin as well. It's not, you know, a deal breaker, but I did a paracord, have fun doing this as well. So it was quite nice, make it nice and beefy and easy to hold. And let's talk about, we talked about the sides, talked about the front, the top pockets over here. They're very roomy. As you can see, I was quite sick a couple of weeks ago, so I just carry some strep seals over here, some losange. Is that how it's pronounced? Anyway, again, let's do our resonant banana X-Pac controller. Fits quite nicely. Probably can fit another one, but I'm not going to try it. So good thing about these top pockets, they're quite roomy. They have their own space. They don't really eat into any other compartment in there. And there are two of them as well. The other one is up here. I got my lanyard, a couple of backpacks, my ID. Usually I put my like beanie and everything, and maybe sometimes sunglasses. It's not really like Air has the felt ones, I think the top one, but this one's just like a regular lining. It's not soft or anything, but I put my sunglasses. It didn't really harm it or anything like that. Anyway, so these pockets are very convenient when I'm traveling as well. I just chuck in whatever I want in there, and I'm off to races really. I've tried to put this under the airplane seat. It fits, but I like to have my space, so I just put it overhead if I need something. It's really easy to just kind of open it up, get whatever you like. The other thing that I really enjoy is, we'll get to the main compartment in a second, but there's another one over here, another little pocket. You open that up, I have a tissue over there for migraine, some painkillers, and then some spare deodorant. Guys, let's use roll-on. This is my wife's, smells really nice. I don't really care. Axe spray, unfortunately, stings up the joint. Shout out to Gym Bros. That stinks up the locker room, unfortunately. Some people have too much faith in Axe spray. It sounds like you're spraying yourself, like it smells like, not sounds like, it smells like you're spraying yourself with your vape, really. That's how it smells to me. Anyway, no disrespect to Axe. So I'll get to the main compartment in a second, but again, because it rains where I live, I really like, I enjoy the X-Pac aspect of it. Oof, that's a tongue twister. Really. Apart from that, nothing really special. A black backpack. These pull tabs, let's mention that really quick. All of them are black. Inside, you have the kind of the coyote. Is that how you say it in America? The coyote ones over here, that's what the color is called. And sometimes people I saw people like taking this one out and putting in here as well. What I've done is, with the laptop one, I'll talk about that as well in a second. So this one was really, I guess, my first gripe with this. I quickly realized that to open the top one, sometimes I grab this one, and to open the laptop one, sometimes I grab that one and just yank it on one way or the other. It just didn't work. So I swapped it out with a little, I found a YouTube video that guy did a little knot. I did a crappier version of it, but it's still, it helped. And the laptop compartment, just I can differentiate even without looking, so that was quite nice. Anyway, let's talk about the main compartment really quick. Looking at my notes, I also wanted to mention the organization. I haven't seen anything better than this, honestly. I've been looking at bags over the last 3 months or so, and I tell you why, because I've been praising this bag quite a lot within the last 15 minutes or so. But I have been looking at a new bag, and I will mention why. It's not all sunshine and roses, unfortunately, in the Evergoods land. Some of you already know what I'm going to talk about. Let's quickly open this one up, just making sure that it's visible what I'm doing. All right, backpack is just black, but inside you have this beautiful color. Again, it's called Coyote, I think. There's another mesh compartment over here. In my travels, I just put like a bunch of socks and underwear in there. It's nice and tucked away. Now, I do want to mention this one. I did say that this backpack cost me 560 Australian dollars, and it would not stand without this 35, maybe 45, I'm not sure. I think I used the coupon. This is an Inatec, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, I'm not sure again. Pouch slash sling, because it came with a shoulder strap as well. I used it as a tech pouch, and the reason that I picked this one, it's a total overkill as well, but the depth over here, it kind of matches the bottom over this side, fits quite nicely, and it helps the bag stand 100% of the time. So if you have a CTB, you can get one of these, something like this. And when I first bought this, and over the months that I've been using this bag, the price just kept kind of, I don't know, gnawing at me a little bit. You might call it buyer's remorse, but it lasted way more than that. So something like this, it's very, it feels like it's very durable. It looks quality, like the zippers and everything. Are those YKK? Because people seem to lose their mind over it. No, it's not. I don't think it's YKK or anything. I don't really care in the end. Nice pull tabs, very smooth zippers. And then I don't really carry a lot. Some extra, like a charging plug if I want to charge my phone or anything. I got my MacBook Pro charger over here, some extra cables, and that's it. I would normally carry this one as well, but I'm just worried that Australian police are going to pull me over and fine me $36,000 because it is illegal for you to carry a knife nowadays. I'm not sure if this counts. I don't want to risk it, so this stays at home. Shout out to Australian police, our nanny state. I'm kidding, it's a nice place to live. It's an overkill, but I wanted to get this because the measurement kind of fit, roll the dice, and I was very happy to find out that it really helps the bag to stand. But also, if I can get something like this for $35 to, let's say, $45, and it's that good, I kept thinking, like I still do sometimes, like, should I have just looked elsewhere or other places to find something maybe $150 range? Maybe it won't have the X-Pac, maybe it won't have the YKK zippers, AquaGuard, whatever, but it will just get the job done. And towards the end of the video, I will explain my final decision about this backpack. There are other elements that kind of, I'll give you a spoiler if you, I know that the video is already like 17 minutes or not. I am going to sell this bag, basically, and I will tell you why in a second. Anyway, so this goes in there. Traveling with this backpack has been amazing. It fits a bunch of different things. I mean, what I've done is last time I traveled, I'm just gonna go over here and see if I can get this one. So my wife and I just bought a bunch of prints, and I was like, oh, how am I gonna bring this back? And then it was like, perfect, really. I just packed this up like this. Anyway, so it's very roomy. 26 liters. It's probably, you can squish a little bit more than that, I'm not sure. But, and I've also seen, again, the community aspect of it is quite nice in these subreddits, because like some people have like these pouches over there, that folds over here. I never really needed anything like that, but there are a lot of ways you can customize these. There's like these little, what do you call these? Not sure. But you can hook something in, use it like that. Anyway, Inatec lives there, very happy. All good. These zippers, AquaGuard zippers, again, it's a little bit hard around these bends over here. So these like pull tabs help on both sides, but in general, it's a little bit kind of, I don't want to say struggle, it's a little bit hard to zip these over, especially in these corners, around these corners. But like these ones are quite smooth, this ones are quite smooth as well. I think over time I've managed to break it in. Before I move to the back, aka the reason that I wanted to sell this bag in the first place, I just want to quickly talk about the laptop compartment. So I can't show you my laptop because I'm using it as a monitor over here to just kind of position my bag so I can show you the things that I want to talk about. Laptop compartment is just amazing, very roomy, 16-inch laptop, not a problem. There's an additional one, carry a little clipboard, anything flat can go there. Ample amount of, can't really show you, but I don't know if you guys can see right here. So you see where the laptop, just right here, where the laptop kind of sleeve ends, there are probably like a couple of fingers deep in there space. So when you put it down, you know that your laptop's elevated and protected. There's a bunch of padding in this as well. So overall, this is the first bag that I had actually with the side laptop access, and it's quite nice. I really like it, and I guess I used this a little bit just to put it aside, but yeah, it's quite nice. The zipper as well, this one's quite easy to open and close, very nice. There's a little zipper garage as well, so just at the corner over here for rainy days. If you use an umbrella, really, I mean, it doesn't really matter, honestly. So overall, very happy. All right, now we talked about pretty much everything. We talked about the zippers as well, talked about the capacity, fits a lot, very happy. It's definitely an overkill EDC backpack, but for your travels as well, amazing. So why did I ever think about selling this? So let's move on to, I guess that was chapter 4, and this is chapter 5, the back of the backpack, basically. And the reason that I thought about selling this, and I am going to sell this backpack. So the harness system, this is not great, unfortunately. And the back digging, people complain about it in the past. It is true. I feel it. It's not, like, honestly, I am 5'8", so I don't feel it as much, but sometimes it was more present than other days. I don't know how to explain it, but I used I had a little foam that I tucked over here. I don't think it made any difference. I did remove the frame sheet as well, just to make it a bit more softer. Didn't help either. Frame sheet just kind of sits in the cupboard right now. These harnesses, I guess they're thick, but they're just very slim. And my wife, so when I bought this backpack, my wife also commutes as well, and she needed one as well. So I got her the Alpha 19er Evade 1.0X. Man, these names are just killing me. Anyway, that backpack, I don't have it with me right now, but I might just do a little video on that. I'm having a lot of fun with this. As you can see, it's been 22 minutes. Crazy. That backpack has like a really nice back panel with like enough airflow, and then like beefy harness system as well. So when I put it on, I was like, holy crap, that's actually a comfortable backpack. The reason that I didn't get myself that one, first of all, it was small, and it was like the water bottle pockets. I really like these material, and it didn't seem like it would fit a 1 liter one, and I was right, it doesn't. So anyway, and the laptop compartment was at the top, which is not really a deal breaker, but it's really stiff as well. It's really hard to put in a laptop and take it out as well. Anyway, my wife seems to be happy, so I'm happy too. Speaking of that Alpha 19er, I just want to show you one more thing over here for those who are wondering, or who might think about the same. Who knows? So my wife didn't really like the sternum strap, didn't want to use it at all. This is from the Alpha 19er, the Evade 1.0X. I thought this was like nifty, and I was like, oh, you know what? It looks nice. Why don't this is like Fitlock one that came with that Alpha 19er one. So I figured, you know what? I'll just try to put it on my backpack. It will be cool. It's not cool. I never liked, I couldn't really use it anyway, and I'll tell you why. But this particular thing, it's like, it's so fiddly, and it's like, this is so easy. So like, it's like, this is in, like, I know, because I've been using the same technology since I'm like, since I started carrying a backpack, like first grade or whatever. I know how this works, and it's quite easy. I fiddled with it, no pun intended, and didn't really work out. Also, it was like too long as well, so I couldn't really, I could put these in. It did work. I could just put them in, and it stayed. It just wiggled a little bit, but in the end, it was just too long anyway. Just didn't work out, and I don't think I would, I would want to use something like magnetic like this as well. It just didn't make sense, and yeah, it looks cool, but it just didn't make sense. Anyway, after that little rant over, it didn't come with this little strap keeper. I actually stole it from the sternum strap that I just showed you. It didn't come with the strap keepers over here. Shout out to Rode. I really like Rode as a brand, and they I found these, like, I guess, cable management thingies, so I just put them over there. $560 backpack should come with these. Anyway, that's another story. The back panel as well, as you can see, is quite flat, and I just turn it to the side. There's not much padding going on. It's very thin, like compared to, again, the Alpha 19er and other backpacks that I've used in the past. My North Face as well, it was quite beefy, and then there was like this big air channel. It was quite nice. This backpack has never been comfortable, and I never really enjoyed wearing it. Even though, again, all these features, organization is just amazing, but it's just not comfortable. And every time I put it on, there was something wrong. And people said, yeah, like, put the foam in, remove the frame sheet, tried all that. They said wear the backpack high. That's probably the only good advice, honestly, to make the backpack a little bit more comfortable. You should definitely pull these and then wear the backpack high. But the problem with, I don't know, everybody is different, but the problem with me was these dug into my armpits so much so that it's just, I had to just lower the bag again, and then I just felt the back digging again. It's just, I don't know, I just couldn't make it work. And like I said, I have been looking for a new backpack for the past 3 months or so, and just kind of questioning, you know, spend all this money, not happy in the end, used it for a year. And then something else happened, a career change, which kind of, I don't need to commute anymore, and I don't need to carry a big backpack like this anymore. So I think in the end, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sell it and then probably get something way cheaper. I've been looking at some backpacks around like $100, maybe like $150, again, Australian. Another, like one was Decathlon Quechua, maybe I'm mispronouncing it, I do apologize. It's like the 23-liter one. It looks like I've watched some videos on it. Looks like a, you know, cheap backpack, but it seems like it gets the job done. The other one I saw was like, I thought it was a really cool backpack, was Nightcore BP23 Pro, I think. Shout out to the Perfect Bag. I'm a big fan of that gentleman as well. I don't know his name, honestly. I just watch his videos. I like his energy. He seems like, you know, it doesn't feel like I'm watching a commercial. I guess part of the reason I'm doing this because he has this kind of one take thing. He does this type of stuff. Inspired me. So I'm just talking about this as well. Anyway, overall, CTB26, I am an amazing organization, very cool materials, whatever, super expensive. Probably shouldn't have spent that much money on a backpack. But I did. I used it almost a year, and it's time to move on from this. Not saying it's the bad backpack, obviously, a lot of positives. So I guess in the end, you should decide whether you would use something like this with all these features, and maybe your body type allows you to wear this bag comfortably, who knows, but you should, I guess, be aware of the pros and cons, maybe, if you're looking at it. Anyway, I guess thank you very much for watching. If you made it till the end, that's it. All right. I'm not gonna say like and subscribe because I actually don't really have a channel. I'm gonna make one for this. Thank you.